Dr. Rachel Adams had always found solace in the solitude of her remote research station. Located in the icy expanse of Antarctica, the facility was a beacon for those seeking to understand the universe's mysteries. This night, however, the usual tranquility was disrupted by a rare celestial event, a meteor shower of unparalleled intensity. Rachel, dedicated to her work, eagerly monitored the data from her observation deck, her eyes scanning the sky for any anomalies. As she adjusted the telescope, an unusually bright streak of light caught her attention. It was not like the other meteors. This one seemed to defy the typical trajectory, altering its path in a way that suggested something extraordinary. Her heart raced as she watched the object plummet towards the snow-covered landscape, finally crashing down with a thunderous impact. Rachel's curiosity was piqued. She immediately grabbed her gear and set out into the frigid night, her breath forming clouds in the freezing air. The crash site was a mile away from the station, and she trudged through the snow with determination, her mind racing with possibilities. When she arrived at the crash site, the sight before her defied all expectations. There, amidst a smoldering crater, lay what appeared to be a glowing, luminescent figure. The being's form was humanoid, but its beauty was otherworldly. Its skin shimmered with a soft iridescence, and its eyes, when they opened, revealed depths of color that seemed to hold galaxies within them. Dr. Rachel Adams, though well-versed in the scientific wonders of the universe, had never encountered anything like this. Her initial shock was tempered by a deep, instinctive urge to help. As she approached cautiously, the alien being stirred and looked at her with a mix of curiosity and relief. "Are you all right?" Rachel asked, her voice trembling slightly. The alien's appearance was both mesmerizing and disorienting. The being, who introduced themselves as Seraphis, communicated through a blend of spoken words and telepathic impressions. Their voice was soothing, with a melodic quality that resonated in Rachel's mind. "I am Seraphis. I have come from a distant world. My vessel was damaged during the descent." Rachel's scientific mind raced with questions, but her priority was to ensure Seraphis' safety. She carefully helped them back to the research station, providing warmth and medical aid. As Seraphis regained strength, their human form seemed to waver slightly, revealing glimpses of their true, ethereal nature. Over the following days, Rachel and Seraphis established a fragile trust. Seraphis explained that their mission was to study Earth's unique energy fields, which held potential insights for their advanced civilization. They had intended to land safely, but had been forced to make an emergency descent when their ship encountered a malfunction. As Rachel helped Seraphis repair their vessel, the two formed an unlikely bond. Seraphis' knowledge of the cosmos and their gentle demeanor captivated Rachel. In turn, Rachel's kindness and intellect impressed Seraphis. Their conversations ranged from the mysteries of dark matter to the philosophical implications of their respective worlds. One evening, as they observed the stars from the station's observation deck, Seraphis revealed more about their home planet, a world of vibrant colors, floating islands, and harmonious energy fields. It was a place of profound beauty and advanced technology, but it was facing a grave threat. "The balance of cosmic forces that sustains my world is in jeopardy," Seraphis explained. "An anomaly is disrupting our energy fields, endangering our existence. We had hoped to find a solution here on Earth." Rachel's heart ached at the thought of Seraphis' world in danger. She was deeply moved by their plight and resolved to help. Together, they worked tirelessly, analyzing data from the station's equipment and using Seraphis' advanced technology to study the cosmic anomaly. Rachel was amazed by the alien technology, which seemed to bend the very fabric of reality. Their collaboration led to a breakthrough, a potential method to counteract the anomaly using a combination of Earth's unique energy fields and Seraphis' technology. The solution required Seraphis to return to their planet to implement it, but their weakened state from the crash made the journey perilous. As the departure approached, Rachel felt a profound sense of loss. Her feelings for Seraphis had deepened into something more than friendship. The thought of saying goodbye was almost too much to bear. Seraphis, sensing Rachel's emotions, reached out with their telepathic abilities, offering comfort and reassurance. "I will always cherish our time together," Seraphis said softly. "Your world and mine are connected in ways we could never have imagined. I promise to return and share what we've learned." Rachel nodded, tears welling in her eyes. "I'll be waiting," And I'll continue to work to bridge the gap between our worlds, to honor what we've shared. With a final heartfelt embrace, Seraphis boarded their repaired vessel. Rachel watched as the ship ascended into the sky, the stars reflecting the hope and connection that had been forged between them. In the aftermath, Rachel continued her work at the research station with renewed purpose. The encounter with Seraphis had not only expanded her understanding of the universe, but had also left her with a profound sense of wonder and possibility. She continued to study the cosmos, ever hopeful that one day she might see Seraphis again. As she gazed up at the night sky, Rachel felt a deep sense of gratitude for the celestial encounter that had changed her life. The universe was vast and mysterious, but she now knew that among the stars, connections were made that transcended space and time. Dr. Rachel Adams was still marveling at the celestial visitor that had crash-landed near her remote research station. As days passed, Seraphis, the radiant alien being, had become more than just a subject of scientific interest. They had formed a unique bond, sharing stories and insights about their respective worlds, but the true nature of Seraphis's mission remained shrouded in mystery. One crisp evening, as Rachel and Seraphis sat together in the station's observatory, Seraphis's demeanor shifted. The usually serene alien seemed more focused and solemn. Rachel sensed that something significant was about to be revealed. "Rachel," Seraphis began, their voice carrying a note of urgency, "there is something I must share with you, something crucial to my mission and my existence." Rachel, her curiosity piqued, leaned in closer. "What is it, Seraphis?" Seraphis took a deep breath, their eyes reflecting the stars outside. "I am not just a traveler from a distant star system. I come from a galaxy far beyond your own. My star system is dying, its energy rapidly depleting. The only hope we have is a cosmic artifact, a powerful relic that has been lost for eons." Rachel's eyes widened in surprise. "A cosmic artifact? What does it look like, and why is it on Earth?" Seraphis nodded, their expression serious. "The artifact is a crystalline orb of immense power. It was said to have been hidden away on Earth during a time of great intergalactic turmoil, meant to protect it from falling into the wrong hands. My people believe it is our only chance to save our star system. I came here hoping to find it." Rachel's scientific mind raced with possibilities. The idea of a cosmic artifact hidden on Earth was both thrilling and daunting. "Do you have any leads on where it might be?" Seraphis pulled out a holographic map, projecting ancient star charts and symbols onto the observatory floor. The artifact was hidden in a place of great significance, a location that aligns with specific cosmic events. The data we have suggests it could be in an abandoned Earth colony, a site known for its historical importance. Rachel studied the map, her heart pounding with excitement. "I know of an old research facility that fits the description. It's located in a remote part of the desert, abandoned for decades, but with records indicating it was involved in significant cosmic research." The two set out on a journey to the abandoned facility, their bond growing stronger with each passing moment. As they traveled, Seraphis shared more about their galaxy and the desperate plight of their star system. Rachel was moved by the gravity of their situation and admired Seraphis's determination. Upon arriving at the desolate facility, they found it partially buried under layers of sand and dust. The once grand structure now stood as a shadow of its former self, but Rachel's scientific expertise proved invaluable. She used her knowledge to bypass security systems and access the facility's archives. Inside, they uncovered ancient records and diagrams pointing to a hidden chamber within the facility. The chamber was said to contain the artifact, but accessing it required solving intricate puzzles and navigating dangerous traps set to protect the relic. Rachel and Seraphis worked in tandem, their skills complementing each other. Seraphis's advanced knowledge of alien technology and Rachel's expertise in Earth's scientific history made them an unstoppable team. They solved the puzzles and bypassed the traps, their connection deepening with each challenge they overcame. Finally, they reached the hidden chamber. In the center of the room, bathed in a soft, otherworldly light, lay the crystalline orb, a mesmerizing artifact that seemed to pulse with cosmic energy. Seraphis approached it with reverence, their eyes reflecting a mixture of relief and awe. "This is it," Seraphis said softly, "the artifact that can save my star system. We must return to my world and activate it before it's too late." Rachel, though eager to see the artifact's power in action, felt a pang of sadness at the thought of parting ways with Seraphis. Their connection had grown deep, and she had come to care for the alien as more than just a colleague. "I'll help you," Rachel said resolutely. "Together, we can ensure the artifact is used to save your people, and who knows, maybe this is just the beginning of our journey." With the artifact secured, Rachel and Seraphis made their way back to the research station. The journey was filled with anticipation and a bittersweet sense of farewell. As they prepared for the next phase of their mission, they shared their hopes and dreams for the future, both for their worlds and their growing relationship. With the cosmic artifact safely in their possession, Dr. Rachel Adams and Seraphis began the journey back to the research station. The artifact's discovery had marked a significant milestone in their mission, but the road ahead was still fraught with challenges. As they traveled together, their relationship began to evolve from a professional collaboration to something far more personal and profound. The journey back to the station was long and arduous, and as they worked side by side, Rachel and Seraphis found themselves sharing more than just the burden of their mission. They began to open up about their lives, their hopes, and their fears. Seraphis, with their celestial grace, spoke of their home planet, its vibrant landscapes, its advanced technologies, and the looming threat to their star system. They painted a picture of a world that was both awe-inspiring and fragile. Rachel, in turn, shared stories from her life on Earth. She spoke of her childhood, her fascination with the stars, and the sacrifices she had made to pursue her dreams. The contrast between their worlds was striking, yet it only seemed to draw them closer. Rachel was captivated by Seraphis's tales of cosmic wonders, and Seraphis was equally enthralled by Rachel's resilience and passion. As days turned into weeks, their interactions grew more intimate. They found solace in each other's company, their conversations filled with laughter and understanding. Seraphis, who had initially been reserved, began to reveal more of their true self, vulnerable, earnest, and deeply compassionate. Rachel in turn felt a sense of comfort and trust that she had never experienced before. One evening, while gazing at the stars from the observation deck, Seraphis turned to Rachel with a contemplative look. "Rachel, I never imagined that a journey meant to save my people would also lead me to find someone who understands me so deeply." Rachel's heart skipped a beat. The sentiment mirrored her own feelings, though she had struggled to acknowledge them. "I feel the same way, Seraphis. You've opened my eyes to a universe I never knew existed, and you've touched my heart in ways I didn't expect." Their confession marked a turning point in their relationship. They began to explore their feelings for each other more openly, sharing moments of tenderness and intimacy. Seraphis's touch, though gentle and otherworldly, felt incredibly comforting to Rachel. Their connection was electric, a blend of passion and understanding that transcended their physical differences. Yet their growing affection was not without its challenges. The reality of their divergent worlds and responsibilities loomed over them. Seraphis's impending return to their home planet weighed heavily on both of them. Rachel struggled with the idea of parting from Seraphis, knowing that their time together was limited. One night, as they sat beneath the stars, Rachel voiced her fears. "What happens when this mission is over? What if we're separated by the vast distances of the cosmos?" Seraphis took Rachel's hand, their eyes reflecting the starlight. "The distance between our worlds is great, but our connection transcends it. We must focus on the present and cherish the time we have together. The bond we've formed is powerful and will endure no matter where we are." Their words were a balm to Rachel's anxiety, but the reality of their situation remained. They both understood that their responsibilities were significant and the duty to save Seraphis's star system was paramount. Yet, amidst the uncertainty, their love grew stronger, a beacon of hope and comfort. As the day of Seraphis's departure approached, Rachel and Seraphis found themselves at a crossroads. They had to reconcile their deepening feelings with the demands of their respective worlds. The promise of a future together seemed both tantalizing and elusive. Despite the challenges, Rachel and Seraphis continued to support each other, their bond an anchor in the storm of their mission. Their love, though tested by the vast distances and responsibilities that separated them, became a source of strength and inspiration. In their final days together before Seraphis's return to their home planet, they cherished every moment, savoring the closeness they had found. Their shared experiences and deep connection were a testament to the extraordinary journey they had undertaken, both in their mission and in their hearts. As they prepared for the next phase of their mission, the weight of their impending separation was tempered by the hope that their love would endure, bridging the gap between their worlds and offering a glimpse of a future where their hearts might one day be reunited. As Dr. Rachel Adams and Seraphis prepared for the next phase of their mission, the urgency of their quest to retrieve the cosmic artifact weighed heavily on them. The artifact, a crystalline orb of immense power, was crucial to saving Seraphis's dying star system. Their journey had brought them to the realization that the artifact was hidden within an ancient alien facility on Earth. However, their task was fraught with peril, and they faced more than just the environmental dangers of their mission. Rachel and Seraphis spent hours poring over ancient records and alien star charts, trying to pinpoint the exact location of the facility. The clues led them to a forgotten site deep within a remote jungle, where dense foliage and treacherous terrain obscured the entrance. The facility had been built by an ancient alien civilization that had left Earth long ago, and its advanced technology had remained largely untouched. They set out to find the facility, navigating through the thick undergrowth and using Seraphis's alien technology to scan for hidden structures. As they neared their destination, Rachel couldn't shake the feeling that they were not alone. The jungle seemed unusually quiet, and the atmosphere was charged with a sense of impending danger. Their instincts proved correct when they encountered a series of sophisticated traps designed to protect the facility from intruders. The traps were both physical and technological, requiring them to use all their combined skills to navigate safely. Seraphis's advanced knowledge of alien technology and Rachel's expertise in engineering allowed them to disable the traps and gain entry to the facility. Inside, they discovered a labyrinth of ancient corridors and chambers, each filled with enigmatic symbols and advanced machinery. The facility's design was both awe-inspiring and intimidating, reflecting the technological prowess of its creators. Rachel and Seraphis worked together to decipher the symbols and unlock the chamber where the artifact was believed to be hidden. But as they neared their goal, a new and dangerous threat emerged. An intergalactic bounty hunter named Kale, known for his ruthless pursuit of valuable relics, had tracked Seraphis to Earth. Kale was a formidable figure with a reputation for eliminating any obstacles in his path. His arrival was a game-changer that threatened both their mission and their lives. Rachel and Seraphis were in the midst of unlocking the final chamber when Kale's presence was detected. The bounty hunter's ship had landed nearby, and he was closing in on their location. Seraphis, using their telepathic abilities, sensed the imminent danger. "Rachel, we have to hurry. Kale is here. He's after the artifact and won't stop until he gets it." Panic surged through Rachel as she realized the gravity of their situation. They had to secure the artifact before Kale could get his hands on it. They quickened their pace, racing against time and the encroaching threat. The ancient facility, once a place of mystery and wonder, now felt like a perilous trap. As they reached the chamber containing the artifact, Kale's voice echoed through the corridors. "I know you're in there, Seraphis. Hand over the artifact and no one gets hurt." The confrontation was inevitable. Seraphis and Rachel prepared for a showdown, their resolve unwavering despite the danger. Kale's entry into the chamber was dramatic and intimidating, his presence a stark contrast to the serene environment of the facility. His weapon, a sleek and deadly piece of technology, was aimed directly at them. Rachel and Seraphis knew they had to act swiftly. With a combination of Seraphis's alien abilities and Rachel's quick thinking, they engaged Kale in a tense and dangerous standoff. The facility's advanced security systems were triggered, adding to the chaos as automated defenses activated. Amidst the turmoil, Seraphis used their telepathic connection to guide Rachel in accessing the artifact's containment chamber. With the artifact finally in their possession, they faced the final challenge of escaping the facility before Kale could intercept them. The escape was a frantic race against time. Rachel and Seraphis navigated through the crumbling facility, their path illuminated by the artifact's ethereal glow. Kale, relentless in his pursuit, followed closely behind. The facility's collapsing structure added a sense of urgency to their escape. In a daring move, Seraphis used the artifact's power to create a temporary shield, buying them precious seconds to flee. The ancient facility, now a chaotic blend of collapsing corridors and malfunctioning security systems, seemed to be collapsing around them. As they emerged into the jungle, Rachel and Seraphis were relieved to find that Kale had been momentarily thwarted by the facility's defenses. However, they knew that their battle was far from over. The artifact was now in their hands, but Kale's pursuit was far from finished. Breathless and exhausted, Rachel and Seraphis made their way back to the research station, their bond stronger than ever. They had faced significant threats, both from the ancient facility and the relentless bounty hunter, but their determination to save Seraphis's star system remained unwavering. Their journey was far from complete, and they knew that more challenges lay ahead. But with the artifact secured and their connection deepened by their shared trials, they faced the future with hope and resolve. As Dr. Rachel Adams and Seraphis approached the chamber housing the cosmic artifact, their hearts raced with anticipation. They had overcome numerous obstacles to reach this point, and the artifact's potential to save Seraphis's dying star system was within their grasp. However, the sense of victory was soon overshadowed by a looming darker threat. The chamber was dimly lit, its walls adorned with intricate alien symbols that pulsed softly with an otherworldly glow. Rachel and Seraphis moved cautiously, the artifact just beyond reach. They were moments away from securing it when a sudden cold voice pierced the silence. "Impressive, but I'm afraid your journey ends here." From the shadows emerged Kale, the intergalactic bounty hunter, his imposing figure framed by the chamber's eerie light. His weapon was poised, and his expression was one of cold satisfaction. Rachel and Seraphis froze, their hopes of a successful retrieval dashed in an instant. Kale's swift movements were almost too quick to follow. Within moments, he had restrained Rachel and Seraphis with energy cuffs, their movements severely limited. The room was filled with tension as Kale advanced toward the artifact, his intentions clear. "You've been quite a nuisance," Kale said, his voice dripping with disdain. "But now I will claim the artifact for myself." Rachel struggled against her restraints, her mind racing to find a way out of this dire situation. She glanced at Seraphis, who seemed unusually calm, though their eyes betrayed a deep sorrow. As Kale prepared to secure the artifact, Rachel's concern grew. "Seraphis, what's happening? Why aren't you doing something?" Seraphis's gaze met Rachel's, filled with regret and a profound sadness. "Rachel, there's something I need to tell you, something I've been keeping from you." Kale paused, sensing the gravity of the moment. He turned to Seraphis with a mocking smile. "Ah, I see. You've been holding out on your earthling friend. Let's hear what you have to say." Seraphis took a deep breath, their voice trembling as they spoke. "I am bound by a cosmic pact, a sacred agreement that I made with the elders of my star system. The pact requires that I sacrifice my greatest love in exchange for the artifact's power. It's a ritual that must be performed to unlock the artifact's true potential and save my people." Rachel's eyes widened in shock. The revelation hit her like a thunderclap, leaving her stunned and heartbroken. "You mean, you knew all along? You have to sacrifice your love for the artifact?" Seraphis nodded solemnly. "Yes, I was bound by this pact before I even set foot on Earth. The artifact's power can only be fully realized if I sacrifice the one I love. I didn't want to tell you, but now you must know the truth." Rachel felt a mix of betrayal and anguish. The depth of her feelings for Seraphis made the revelation all the more painful. She had believed that their connection was strong enough to overcome any obstacle, but this was a betrayal of the deepest kind. Kale's laughter broke through her thoughts. "How touching! But I'm afraid your love story has reached its final chapter. The artifact will be mine, and you will be left to ponder your fate." In a desperate bid to gain some control over the situation, Rachel attempted to reason with Kale. "There must be another way. We can find a solution that doesn't involve this sacrifice." Kale's expression hardened. "The pact is absolute. There is no alternative. And now, if you don't mind, I have a relic to claim." As Kale reached for the artifact, Rachel's mind raced. She knew that their time was running out. Her feelings for Seraphis were torn between profound love and a sense of betrayal, but she could not give up on them so easily. If there was a chance to save them both, she had to take it. Summoning all her courage, Rachel turned to Seraphis. "We need to come up with a plan. We can't let Kale have the artifact, and we can't let the pact dictate our fate." Seraphis's eyes softened, filled with a mixture of sorrow and determination. "You're right, Rachel, we must try, even if it means risking everything." The chamber was filled with a sense of impending doom as Kale moved closer to the artifact, but Rachel and Seraphis, despite their restraints and the weight of the cosmic pact, began to formulate a plan. They had faced challenges before, and they would face this one with the same resolve. As they worked together to devise a strategy, their bond was tested to its limits. The betrayal and the cosmic pact had created a rift, but their love for each other and their shared mission drove them to find a way to overcome the seemingly insurmountable obstacles. In the face of imminent danger, Rachel and Seraphis prepared to defy fate, determined to protect the artifact and their own futures. Their journey was far from over, and the outcome remained uncertain, but their fight for love and justice had only just begun. After a harrowing confrontation with Kale, the intergalactic bounty hunter, Rachel Adams and Seraphis emerged victorious. The artifact, now securely in their possession, was a crucial element in the quest to save Seraphis' star system. The battle had been intense, but their combined efforts had thwarted Kale's plans and ensured that the artifact remained safe. As the dust settled and the research station returned to a fragile calm, Seraphis and Rachel found themselves facing an emotional and moral crossroads. The artifact's power was immense, but it came with a grave consequence. Seraphis was bound by a cosmic pact that demanded a heart-wrenching choice. Seraphis sat alone in the observation deck, staring at the artifact's glowing surface. The radiant light reflected off their face, casting a melancholic glow. Rachel approached quietly, sensing the weight of the moment. She took a seat beside Seraphis, her heart heavy with the knowledge of the impending decision. "Seraphis," Rachel began softly, "we've come so far and we've faced so many challenges together, but now the hardest part is yet to come." Seraphis nodded, their eyes filled with sorrow. "I know, Rachel. The pact binds me to a terrible choice. I must decide whether to use the artifact's power to save my star system, fulfilling the cosmic agreement, or to stay with you and risk the destruction of my world." Rachel's heart ached as she considered the implications of Seraphis' choice. The prospect of losing Seraphis was unbearable, but she also knew the consequences of abandoning the star system were dire. She reached out and took Seraphis' hand, their fingers intertwining in a gesture of shared strength. "We've been through so much," Rachel said, her voice trembling. "You've shown me a universe I never knew existed, and our time together has been the most meaningful part of this journey, but I can't ask you to make this choice alone." Seraphis' gaze met Rachel's, their eyes reflecting the deep bond they had forged. "Rachel, the pact was made long before I ever met you. It's a promise that cannot be easily broken. If I don't fulfill it, my people's survival is at stake." Rachel's mind raced as she tried to find a solution that would allow them to reconcile their love with the cosmic pact. There must be another way. Is there no possibility of finding a compromise or a loophole in the pact? Seraphis shook their head slowly. "The pact is an ancient and sacred agreement. It's bound by cosmic laws that are beyond my ability to alter. But I want you to know that my feelings for you are genuine, and the thought of leaving you is more painful than I can express." The emotional weight of the situation was almost too much to bear. Rachel's mind whirled with thoughts of what could be done to avoid this heart-wrenching choice. She knew that whatever decision Seraphis made would impact not only their future, but also the fate of an entire star system. "Seraphis," Rachel said, trying to remain strong despite her inner turmoil, "whatever happens, I want you to know that I believe in you and the goodness of your heart. I want you to make the choice that you feel is right, even if it means we have to part ways." Tears welled in Seraphis' eyes as they looked at Rachel. "Rachel, you've given me so much strength and love. I don't want to lose you, but I also can't turn my back on my people." The weight of the ultimate choice bore down on Seraphis, and the silence between them was filled with the gravity of the decision that lay ahead. Seraphis stood and walked to the artifact, their hand hovering over its surface. The artifact's light seemed to pulse in response, as if sensing the monumental decision about to be made. In a moment of clarity, Seraphis made their choice. They turned back to Rachel, their expression resolute yet filled with sadness. "I've decided to fulfill the pact. My people need me, and the artifact's power must be used to save them. It's a sacrifice I must make, though it tears me apart to do so." Rachel's heart shattered at the words, but she understood the magnitude of Seraphis' decision. "I respect your choice, Seraphis. I'll always cherish the time we've had together, and I'll remember you as a beacon of hope and love." They embraced, their connection a poignant reminder of the love they shared. The decision was a sacrifice for both of them, a testament to the strength of their feelings and the depth of their commitment to their respective worlds. With a final, lingering kiss, Seraphis prepared to activate the artifact. The power of the artifact surged, illuminating the space station with a brilliant light. As Seraphis began the ritual to fulfill the cosmic pact, Rachel watched with a heavy heart. Knowing that their paths were diverging, the artifact's energy enveloped Seraphis, and the cosmic pact was set in motion. The power it unleashed was a beacon of hope for Seraphis's star system, ensuring its survival. As the light faded, Seraphis's figure began to blur, their form dissolving into the cosmic energy that would carry them back to their world. Rachel stood alone on the observation deck, her heart aching with loss and pride. The ultimate choice had been made, and though it meant parting from Seraphis, their love had been a profound and transformative experience. As the light of the artifact faded, Rachel made a vow. She would honor Seraphis's memory by continuing to work for the greater good, bridging the gap between their worlds and keeping the love they shared alive in her heart. The moment of truth had arrived. Seraphis, standing before the cosmic artifact, faced the monumental task of fulfilling the ancient pact. The energy from the artifact pulsed rhythmically, casting an ethereal glow across the chamber. Rachel watched with a heavy heart, the reality of their impending separation sinking in. Seraphis turned to Rachel, their eyes filled with a profound mixture of sorrow and determination. "Rachel, this is the moment I've dreaded. I have to complete the ritual to save my star system, but before I do, I want to say goodbye." Rachel stepped forward, her own eyes brimming with tears. "Seraphis, I can't even begin to express how much you've meant to me. This journey, our connection, it's changed me forever. I understand why you have to do this, but it doesn't make it any easier." They embraced tightly, their love and pain intermingling in a heartfelt farewell. The warmth of their connection seemed to defy the cold reality of their separation. Seraphis's touch was a final reminder of the extraordinary bond they had shared. As they parted, Seraphis approached the artifact, their hand trembling as they activated the final sequence of the ritual. The artifact's energy enveloped Seraphis, its light growing brighter and more intense. Rachel watched as Seraphis began to merge with the cosmic power, their form becoming a shimmering silhouette against the blinding light. The artifact's energy surged, creating a dazzling display of colors and patterns. Rachel shielded her eyes from the brilliance, feeling a profound sense of loss and awe. The ritual was a majestic and bittersweet spectacle, a testament to the strength of Seraphis's sacrifice. As the light began to fade, Seraphis's form gradually dissolved into the cosmic energy, their essence returning to their star system. The artifact's magic had been set in motion, and the fate of Seraphis' world was sealed. The energy radiated outward, a beacon of hope that would ensure the survival and prosperity of her galaxy. Rachel stood alone in the chamber, the echoes of their shared moments lingering in the quiet aftermath. The artifact's glow dimmed, leaving Rachel with a profound sense of emptiness and reflection. She had lost the love of her life, but the legacy of their bond and the impact of their mission remained. In the days that followed, Rachel returned to her research station, now a place filled with both cherished memories and a deep sense of purpose. The bittersweet reality of her loss was tempered by the knowledge that Seraphis's sacrifice had made a difference. The star system had been saved, and Seraphis's people would thrive thanks to the artifact's power. Rachel's experience had transformed her, and she felt a newfound calling. She became a prominent advocate for interstellar peace and cooperation, using her platform to bridge the gaps between different worlds and promote understanding. Her work was driven by the legacy of her love for Seraphis and the hope for a future where such sacrifices were no longer necessary. Her advocacy efforts were focused on fostering alliances and creating frameworks for peaceful coexistence among the galaxies. Rachel spoke passionately about the lessons learned from her time with Seraphis, inspiring others with the story of their love and the importance of unity in the face of adversity. Years later, Rachel looked back on her journey with a sense of fulfillment and pride. She had honored Seraphis's memory by dedicating her life to a cause that transcended their individual lives. The love they had shared was a beacon that guided her efforts, and she knew that Seraphis's sacrifice had not been in vain. As she stood on the observation deck of her research station, looking out at the vast expanse of space, Rachel felt a connection to the stars that stretched across the universe. The memory of Seraphis lived on in her heart, a reminder of the profound impact that love and sacrifice could have on the cosmos. With a final wistful glance at the stars, Rachel turned her attention to her work, continuing her mission with renewed determination. The legacy of Seraphis and their shared journey had become a guiding light, inspiring her to build a better future for all the worlds that spanned the galaxy.